Hello, Navneet.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, okay. No problem. We can interact with the student. Is it Maharditya? Yes. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Malharaditya.
Malharaditya. Okay, that's cool. Okay, can you switch on your camera at least for the introduction only?
Yeah.
Sure. It would be better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, first I would like to tell you about myself. Then you can introduce yourself. So my name is Dr. Navneet Kaur and I have done
Yeah.
PhD in chemistry. So basically I'm expert in science and mathematics. So from the very beginning, I can say science is my one of the favorite subject. And I'm here to help you throughout your whole journey with the science and mathematics. Whatever doubts you're having, you can ask from me and we will complete your syllabus also. So that's all about me. Now you can tell me about yourself.
My name is Malharaditya Bhosle. I'm 13 years old.
Great.
I study in Indus International School
Yeah,
in grade 8.
very good.
I don't know anything about physics and chemistry yet because yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yes,
And
because
what's your
I was
favorite
studying
subject?
in Germany where I was in sixth grade, so I haven't there we didn't have in sixth grade we didn't have physics and chemistry, so I have no background.
Okay, no
Uh,
problem, no
well, I
problem.
like maths.
Okay, you like maths. Okay, that's great.
Maths. Um,
Mhm. Okay, no problem. So that's great. Now we will discuss something about the science and mathematics. Okay, together. So let's start with the science. If you are not liking the science, I will make you comfortable with the science as well. I hope you start liking it because it is not that much tough. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. So let me share my screen, then we will discuss something about the science. So yeah, my screen is visible to you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So when you are mentioning the terms, so see, generally in here, your science is categorized into three portions. Very first one is physics. So in physics, what type of chapters you will get? You will get the things about the light, electricity, heat, kinetics. So that all are the portion of physics. And then in chemistry, you will learn about the reactions, that how chemical reaction occur. Okay, the study of periodic table. So that's all. And then biology. What is there in the biology? That is study related to a human body or animals. So that would be considered as biology. Okay. Physics, chemistry, and biology, sciences having these three portions. So now let's
Okay.
suppose we can start with the first only. Let's start with the chemistry. I'm telling you the very basic thing which are there in the chemistry. Chem, generally related to the chemical reactions. So what do you mean by chemical reaction? How we can write a chemical reaction? Any idea about it? Yes,
Uh,
Malharditya?
how to write chemical reaction?
Yeah, we can write any chemical reaction. Suppose if I said you carbon along with oxygen form carbon dioxide. This is considered as reaction. Okay, this is our chemical reaction. Now, what are the main things like this one? The thing which are on the left hand side, that are known by the name reactant. Okay, from the arrow, those which are on the left hand side, that are reactant, and the species which are on the right hand side, that is considered as product. That means you are taking carbon and oxygen. When they combine with each other, they form CO2. That is the product. So it is how reaction occurs. Chemical reaction generally contains what it contains: reactants, which give products. Okay, and on this arrow, you can also write down the condition. What type of condition? Suppose carbon and oxygen, they need heating. So I can mention heat here and they form CO2. So this is how a chemical reaction is going to be represent. Okay, getting my point?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
by today, we will just generally discuss the things. Okay, and then our upcoming classes, we stick to your syllabus only. Okay, by today we will just come to know, you can also come to know about my teaching method, like how we are going to take it further. So that's the thing. Another one, you also I think mentioned the periodic table. So see, it is not going to happen na, like suppose it is periodic table. What is there in the periodic table? First thing is, why there is a need of making a periodic table? Yes, why? Can you
Yes.
answer me why there is a need to form periodic table or anything? Like why there is a need to uh, classify the things?
Because
Suppose
I mean,
Mhm.
many of them share similar properties,
Properties.
and
Yes.
you can't just I mean, um, randomly mix all those things because they'll have
Hmm.
different outcomes.
Yes. Absolutely correct. Very good. So what we can say, we know about 118 elements now. Okay. So that's why there is a special arrangement, because some elements, as you also consider, that some elements have similar property. So it was necessary, not so that they all are there in the same row. You can't randomly arrange 118 elements. There must be something by which we can learn them. So for this, they mentioned one of the periodic table. So it is also not gonna happen that one scientist he just sleep and next day he wake up and he said, okay, here is a ready periodic table. Is it happen?
No.
No. So for every new discovery, there are so many failures. Okay, for the discovery of new elements, there are so many failures. So before reaching to the periodic table, we have to learn about the history of periodic table, like how it made, what would be the history. So the very first scientist which give the classification of elements is Daubernier. So what are the main actual discovery of Daubernier? Daubernier generally formed trades. Its discovery is known by the name of Daubernier trade. Here the word trade represented it with the word three. That means there he make one table in which 3 rows and 3 columns are there. Suppose 9 elements are there: X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. And this was a study. And what is its main application? He said that atomic mass of B would be the average of atomic mass of A and C. That means the middle atomic mass would be the average of first and third atomic mass. So this was his main application. But what are the main limitations? When he arranged these elements, first thing, he arranged it on the basis of atomic weight. So the discovery, previous all discovery in history, that is based on the atomic weight. Now main disadvantage of his trade is, when he make this trades of 9 element, at that moment approx 40 elements are known to us. So other scientists ask, okay, if 40 elements are known to us, then why are you choosing that 9 elements only? If in your class 40 students are there, suppose one teacher come and they say ki, okay, I will teach only 9 students, what would be your question?
Um, What happens with the rest of the 31 students?
Yes. What happened with that? And you will ask, no, ma'am, okay, you are choosing 9 students. Why? First question is why? And then you are saying, ki, okay, if the teacher is choosing 9 elements, 9 students, then on what basis? Why I am not there in that 9? Yes. So similarly, they ask this question. Okay, you are choosing 9 elements. On what basis? And why are you choosing these 9 elements only? He fails to tell the reason that why he chooses these 9 elements. Then one excuse they mention, okay, if you are choosing 9 elements, that would also be okay. But on what basis you are putting these three in a row? In single row, you are putting these three. On what basis? So all these answers are not answered by Daubernier. So this theory got failed here. Due to these reasons, this theory got failed. Then after Daubernier, there was another scientist that is known by the name Newland. And Newland gave the law of octaves. Newland gave us law of octaves. So here you can see that the octa word stand for the number 8. So what is there in the octaves? He related his theory with the musical notes. And now there is a very strange thing. How chemistry and music can be related. Are you able to relate chemistry and music together?
No.
Hmm. So how it relates? Okay, so let me tell you how it relates with the musical notes. So do you know what are musical notes? You know about that sargam, saregama? Yes?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay. So
Yes.
can you tell me? Not in a singing
So
manner, but you
Sare
can tell me. Hmm?
Sare Gama Pada Nisa.
Absolutely. And now one thing, have you noticed? Sare, Gama, Pada, Ni, Sa. What we can notice here? First and eighth is same. Yes, first
Yes.
is also sa and last is also sa. So on the basis of this only, Newland suggests that he arranged the elements first. He arranged the elements according to their atomic weight. Atomic weight he arranged the elements in a row and column. You can also mention in a row and column according to their atomic weight. And what is its main property? He said that every eighth element have the similar properties like the first one. So he also suggests that every eighth element will show the similar property like the first one. That means every eighth element, we can consider that every eighth element have the same property as first one, like the musical notes. First music note and eighth music note. They both are same, na? So in that manner only, he said that every eighth element will show the similar property like the first one. Got my point?
Yes.
But his theory is, this theory also would be applicable for lighter elements only. So what is its disadvantage? In disadvantage, we can mention that this theory is applicable up to calcium only. This theory is applicable up to calcium only. Like after calcium, this theory got failed. It is not going to be seen in practice that after calcium, first and eighth element have the similar property. So this theory also got failed. So after this, there would be one more theory. One more scientist comes and he makes a periodic table, that is Mendeleev periodic table. And Mendeleev periodic table got a really big success. He also awarded with the Nobel Prize for his discovery. He arranged the elements according to their atomic weight in rows and columns. Okay. And he is very much hardworking, we can say. At that moment, 70, approx 70 elements are known. He make cards of that 70 elements. That means he make a card of every element and then he hang on them on wall. Every property he's going to discuss it. Okay, then he take them in a row so that all properties got a very success. So the main things, he arranged the elements according to atomic weight. This is also mentioned that they put it in according to their atomic weight. And one more thing is there, he left some spaces. He left some spaces in his table for new discovery. That means he knew that the only 68 elements are known to us, but in future there would be more elements. So there is aluminium. Below aluminium, he left one of the space. Silicon is there. Below silicon, he left the space. That he name it as eka aluminium. That means he will say, ki, okay, some resemblance elements would going to be discovered in future. So he left some of the spaces as well. But where he not get success, that only one point. Do you know about isotopes? Any idea about
Yes.
isotopes?
Yes.
Yes. So what it is? Same.
So shall
Mhm.
I mean, shall I give an example?
Yeah,
An example is carbon 12, and then we can it's an isotope carbon 13.
13 or 14. Yes. So what it
Yeah.
means that isotopes are those which are having same atomic number. That means whose atomic number remains same. As you said, the carbon. So we know that the atomic number of carbon is 6 only, but its mass number differ. So same atomic number, but different mass number. That are isotopes. So now there is a question regarding isotopes that he said ki, okay, the whole table is arranged according to their atomic masses. Then there is one question arises, if the whole study is based on the atomic masses, then what about the isotope? There are two masses now, 12 and 14. Will they get different places? If I said you, ki, okay, I will arrange the students on the basis of name only. It is not necessary. No, one person is having the name Aditya, second will not have the name Aditya. Then you will say, ask me, ki, ma'am, if there would be two Aditya, what you are going to do? Then rather than using the names what we discussed, okay, we will use the roll numbers. Maybe two persons have the same name, but two persons will not have the same roll number. Na? So only at this point it got failed that atomic weights will not be the actual pattern to arrange the elements. So the modern periodic table is based on atomic number. And who gave the modern periodic table? That is given by Henry Moseley. So what is there in the atomic modern periodic table? How it going to be arranged? That we are going to discuss in our next session. Now let's take some 10 to 15 minutes for the mathematics as well. Now first tell me any confusion in the science.
No.
Okay, when we are having the syllabus, then we will stick to the syllabus only. By today, I just give you the general idea. Okay, now come to the mathematics. So, what do you like in maths?
In which
Every-
topic?
Okay, so let's just start with a very easy topic of maths, that is algebra. It's algebraic expressions and other things. So, we are having this one. Let's write me one of the expression. I am having this expression xy plus 4. Okay, now what we have to do in this, they are mentioning you have to identify term which are not constants. We have to find out the term that is not constant. What do you mean by the term constant? Any idea?
Which are not constant. I mean, they
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, tell me about constant. What do you mean by the word constant?
Constant means it keeps happening.
That means it
I
is
mean,
having a fixed value. Constant means
yes.
having a fixed value. We can also go for that. Now, sometimes we go to one of the Reliance store and there is, I like one dress. It's mentioned there 5,999 and they are saying it's a fixed price. That means it's a constant. And then I go on another local shop, and it is also mentioned 5,999 there. But now I have the power of bargaining. I will say, oh, no, 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 I will not give you 5,999. I can buy this dress in 5,000. At that moment, I know, because in the Reliance store, we know that it is a fixed price. We have to pay it and we have to buy the dress. But in local shop, there is something like we can say to the person, no, 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 you can just make it less. I will give you 5,000. So that means constant value is fixed value. For example, in expression xy plus 4, this 4 is a constant value because it is already mentioned. You can't change this value. But yeah, xy, you can change it. You can put the any value of x and it will going to be changed. You can put any value of y and it is going to be changed. So term which is not constant, that is considered by the name xy. Got my point?
Yes.
And they are also mentioning that what would be the coefficient of this non-constant value. Coefficient, do you know about the coefficient as well?
No.
So see, what is coefficient? Coefficient means what is there before xy. And before xy is any other word is written? No. So if nothing would be there, then you can mention it as 1. So the coefficient of xy is 1 only. For example, let me give you the another example as well. Suppose you are having this equation, 13 minus y square. So this 13 is a constant value. Non-constant will be y square, which is non-constant, that is y square. And what is its coefficient? Before y, there is a minus sign. So it means its coefficient would be minus 1. Got my point?
Yes.
So now let's talk about the other one. We are having some more questions regarding this. So see what you have to do. Here I am having one more question like 4x minus 3y. Then I am having 8 minus x plus y. And we are having y square x minus y and 2z minus 5xz. Now what they are mentioning, you have to write the coefficient of x only. What are the coefficients of x? So can you try? What would be the coefficients of x?
So in the first one, it's 4x.
Yeah,
So
so the
the and between 4 and x, there is no sign or any word.
mm-hmm.
So it's 1.
No, no, no. It is 4x na. So you have to see the coefficient of x. Means x, what is there in before x? So that is 4 only. So your answer would be
Ah,
4. Got my
okay.
point?
Yes.
Coefficient of x they are mentioning na. So 4x is there, then it would be 4. And now come to this one, 8 minus x plus.
Um, minus 1.
Yes, absolutely. Because it is minus x. So minus x means minus 1. Now come to this one, y square x minus y.
Is
It is y square x na. So what is x coefficient? That is
y
y
square.
square. Yes. Now come to this one, minus 5xz. So what would be the coefficient of x here? Minus 5 is
Minus.
also considerable and z considerable because it is along with the x na. So it would be minus 5z. Got my point?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are having another thing that, see, coefficient of, there is a term and we have to tell the coefficient of y only in this. So see how we can consider y. 4x minus 3y. What would be the coefficient of y in this?
4x minus 3y. That will be 3.
And negative sign will also be considered. It would be minus 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And what about this one? 8 minus x plus y.
The plus 1.
Yes, absolutely correct. It is plus 1. And here you are having y square x minus y. So you can just go for the y term only. So what would be the coefficient of y?
Minus
Minus 1.
1.
And if you are having such type of terms, like suppose you are having this term 2z minus 5xz, and they are asking you, you have to write the coefficient for y. Then in this case, there is no y, na? So you can just mention it as 0y. That means if you are multiplying something with 0, then that would be 0 only. Then the coefficient of y would be 0. If you are not having y in that term, but they're still asking you to go for that y expression, then you can mention the term coefficient of y would be equal to 0 only. Got my point? Yes?
Yes.
Here, okay. So this type of
Yes.
term by which you can mention in this manner, that is considered as algebraic expression. For example, if I'm writing any term like this, 4x square, here we are having, one second. Suppose if you are having 4x square minus 3xy. This is here algebraic expression. This term is known by the name algebraic expression. Okay, so 4x square, you can also mention it in this term. Like it is having 1, 4, 1x, 2x are there. So we can mention it in 4xx. And what about the 3xy? You can mention it in minus 3 is multiplied by x, then it is multiplied by y. So we can also mention it in the single term. Okay. These are the, this is known as expression. This whole is known as expression. Okay, and then this 4x square only. This 4x square, this portion, the whole one is expression. This is considered by the name term. 4x square only, this is term. And how you are writing this 4xx, this is known by the names factors. So this is how a whole algebraic expression can be written. The whole line expression. One thing if you are considering, that is term, and other but how it is making, that are considered by the name factors. Got my point?
Yes.
Okay, then that's all we discussed by today. In maths also, I will let you know about other terms, and so many examples are there. You know, maths is very wide. So whenever you share your syllabus, from the very beginning, we will start our questions as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, any confusion, anything you want to say me, that I need this things to be slow down, I need something to be fast, any genuine thing which you can tell me, that would be absolutely acceptable.
No, there's actually nothing.
Okay, that's great. So I hope you like the session. Okay, then we
Yes.
will meet in our upcoming sessions. Okay.
Yeah. My mother has a question.
Yeah, sure, sure. I can interact with them. You can just tell them.
Hello,
Hello,
ma'am.
mom.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So, I'm Mansi, his mom. I just would like to know that, if we continue, then you will be the teacher. Does it work like that usually?
Yeah, I will be the teacher only.
Okay. And the thing is, we were not here for 3 years. We were in Germany, and
Yeah.
we moved here. And then the thing is, his portion, their maths and science, it's bit not more or less it's
Yeah.
same, but few concepts, the way the method of teaching and everything was different there. And here again, the syllabus is very vast in India. CBSE
Yeah.
board or any other board. And the thing is, he used to practice it, and we took RD Sharma from here. NCRT syllabus also we had, but
Mm-hmm.
to get that first hand experience from a teacher, from our teacher, Indian teachers, it is a different thing altogether. So we want his concepts to be clear, 6th and 7th grades.
Sure, ma'am.
He knows. Yeah. So
For that,
usually
he
he.
just has to tell me, and like in a very familiar manner that, ma'am, I don't know about this thing. So can you, because I can
Hmm.
imagine that if he's from the 8th grade, I can start the syllabus from the 8th only. But he has to tell
Hmm.
me, ki, really, ma'am, I'm not familiar with the LCM. So that's why I will teach him na, that this would be the LCM, then we can move forward. So it's his
Correct, correct.
responsibility to tell me, like, ma'am, I'm not familiar with this term. So you can start from the beginning. So whatever would be the syllabus, whatever would be the things, he can just give me this
Mhm.
picture. Like you can also send,
Mhm.
"Ki, ma'am, this is his book
Mhm.
and he want to study that." Then only we can work out.
Okay. So the thing here is what I would like to mention is that he completed his fifth grade till from CBSE board, and then we
Yeah,
moved there. So again, he
yeah,
had to repeat fifth, and it happened like that. So fifth till fifth grade, his concepts are clear, but sixth and seventh grades are, the basic
yeah,
things, which he needs to. I want him to continue. He knows the stuff and all, but to get a proper guidance, I want him to,
yes,
that concepts should be clear till 10th and
yes,
12th.
ma'am. Agree,
Here
agree
he
with
is actually having IB curriculum in this school, which he is studying
that.
going right
Okay,
now. But there, more or less, it is same. But I want him to go through the reference book like RD Sharma, or if you have any book NCRT in PDF form, if you're
yeah, yeah.
then you can refer to that and accordingly, so that he's at least for good ready for the competitive exams or like that
But
kind
ma'am,
of level.
first one thing I also have to mention: if his
Mhm.
basics are left over, now then first let's try, let him focus on the NCRT only. Don't confuse him
Hmm.
with RT Sharma by giving it right now. Once he will
Oh, okay.
familiar with the NCRT techniques, yeah, okay, I know about the questions are going to be solved like this. Then only give him RT Sharma.
Okay. So
Yeah,
right now,
because
as
right now
we
just
don't have
make
a
him
book.
focus on NCRT books only. Once he got it, like,
Mhm.
yeah, these are the techniques how we can solve the NCRT question, then we will give him RD Sharma. So from the very
The
beginning, don't give him
reference book.
RD.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, understood, ma'am.
yeah,
But NCRT, if you have got a prescribed syllabus of any school, or each school has a different kind of thing. More or less, it is same. But as we are in a different curriculum, so I don't have those books of sixth and seventh
no
grade.
problem. You can just send me the
I searched.
index of that books. I will arrange. You just have to send me the index. Like these chapters are there. Just give me the index. Other things I will
Okay.
manage.
Um, Okay. Now I have got only those two, three reference book of the which I mentioned. So I think he has
Mhm.
got RS Agarwal in that. But NCRT is like usually get it from school. I asked in bookstores also, but they
Yeah.
said which school, and also they don't usually keep. The school only gives. So I don't have exactly the
Which
NCRT
curriculum his
classes.
school is following? Is it CBSE or any other?
No, no, he has in this school he has IB curriculum, but
I
we want him to have the NCRT proper,
okay,
sixth
okay.
and
That
seventh
would be
grades.
NCRT that are available on the internet as well. PDFs are available, so that's not a big deal.
Okay.
But whatever
Uh,
curriculum he is having, na, just send me the screenshot or mail anything about that. Like
mhm.
this would be the syllabus of him in school, so that I can make him prepare for that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So accordingly, because right now he just got this in physics, he got absolute zero word, and then he was not aware of that. For sixth and
Yeah,
seventh
no
grade, so
problem,
he
no
was like,
problem.
"Mommy,
I
what is
will
this?" And
definitely.
periodic table.
Yeah.
Yes. So so we have that kind of thing. So we want him to be that you don't be the odd man out in the class. So that right now
Yeah.
it is the starting phase. So he has to be clear with his all this thing, and then accordingly. And the timings, I would like to know that usually weekdays or weekend. How is it like with you, or how it works?
Timing I
What
have to see, like how many classes he want in a 1 week.
Okay, if say two maths, like 1 hour session, right? It is 1 hour
Yeah, yeah,
session, is it?
yeah.
Yeah. So say suppose two classes of maths and two classes of science, maybe physics or chemistry, as you decide, like topics.
Okay,
So
I
four
will.
classes.
Yeah, 4 classes. So what we can do? 2 classes we can manage on the Sunday. Like on Sunday, it's my holiday as well. So 2 classes will be on Sunday, and two
Mm-hmm.
classes I will let you know the timings.
Mm-hmm.
Once I will check my schedule and let you know the
Okay,
timings.
Sundays.
But Sunday 2 classes would be there.
Oh, because acha. So because the thing is, he usually comes home around 4:30 in the evening.
But it's
4:30, and
my schedule is hectic. I
yeah,
generally come.
that's why.
6:30
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Okay, I will
Oh.
see, like on on some days I'm not having the classes on 7 p.m. So I will let you know. 2 days I will give you, but two classes on Sunday. Other 2 days I will let you know. I will
Acha.
text to the
Okay.
coordinator and they will tell it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. No problem. Then
Sure.
accordingly we can schedule the classes. No problem. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.